All right. Hopefully, we are live. I apologize for the delay in releasing the previously recorded video. Um, I made a comment on it that if you've never met Mr. Murphy, try to produce a video in one take and see how he rears his ugly head, because whatever does can go wrong does go wrong, and it did. So I'm bringing this to you live. I apologize. It may be just a little rough. Um, this is my first live video, and it's kind of a big deal for me because I'm very excited about what we're going to talk about today, and hopefully you will be too. It is something that's become a bit of labor of love for me and others that have been involved in the behind the scenes, providing moral support, uh, guidance, recommendations, just just the whole gambit, including people trying to beg me not to do it. No, they didn't. Nobody's begged me not to do it. Anyway, what I like to do is I have written notes, and I'm going to try to avoid it sounding like I'm reading it verbatim, but probably that's what's going to happen, just because there's so much that I want to say and make sure that I cover all the things that and answer questions and cover the who, what, whens, and wheres. And I have to apologize in advance. I want to be a perfectionist, but I am the most imperfect and human being that's ever been born. I could try my hardest to make sure everything is lined up and all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, and I've got it all together when I sit down to do it. And somehow it just doesn't work out that way. So please bear with me. I hope that everyone will understand a bit of the nerves, and, you know, just hang with me. First, I want to recognize some folks in the chat. I see Live Life's in there, and Grit and Grace. Uh, well, my screen just went blank. Grit and Grace, Gen X, Gemini, appreciate it. See my friends from Missouri are in there. So without further ado, let me get started. Today is a big day for me. Like I said, it's I want to announce that today the Bobby Bama Brigade is active, and it is, I hope, everything I want it to be. Today marks the formal activation of the Bobby Bama Brigade. This is not a rebrand from the Bobby Bama channel, but it is a structural clarification. Uh, it is one of those things that, you start off in one direction and you're thinking, well, this is how it's going to be, and it's just going to be me. And then you get in and you realize that there are other things and other people that you would love to have involved, and you start building the community. And before you know it, you've got Grit and Grace, Demo Man Don, Live Life, all these people that are in the chat that know you when you log into other chats and lives, and it's just become really, really very special to me. Anyway, it's not a rebrand; it's a structural clarification. The Bobby Bama Brigade is going to exist to bring disciplined readiness and structure to readiness and preparedness minded individuals who are serious about composure, responsibility, and long term stability, which is all part and parcel of why we do what we do in prepping. For some time, we have been researching, discussing uh, preparedness and resilience and civic stability. Uh, what we are activating today is the organized expression of that research, discussion, and principles that we've developed over a course of a period of time. What is the brigade? The brigade, as we use the term, is not a militia, it's not a political movement, not a reactionary group. To be clear, the Bobby Bama Brigade is not aligned, nor does it make any claim to be aligned or a part of or affiliated with any military organization and or government. We are strictly a civilian organization built to to help promote readiness and preparedness. It is a disciplined civilian formation built on structure, training, posture, and mutual responsibility. I'm so sorry, y'all. The brigade operates through what we're calling MRM. That is an acronym that stands for Mutual Readiness Network. Readiness Network is a new name or term that we've come up with that feels like it's better aligned with what the purpose and the mission of the Bobby Bama Brigade. And I'm going to quit saying Bobby Bama Brigade going forward. When I speak of the brigade, we'll all know what I'm talking about. That it aligns with the purposes and missions of the Bobby Bama Brigade than that of a MAG, a Mutual Assistance Group. Uh, how we're defining a mutual readiness network, MRM, is a structured civilian network of families and individuals who deliberately choose to be there for one another before, during, and after periods of stress, disruption, or instability. An MRM is not a reactionary group. It is not a militia. It's not a political organization. Please don't believe that it is. It is exactly what we're saying that it is. It is a disciplined network built on mutual responsibility, steady conduct, and structured support. Within a readiness, within mutual readiness network, MRM, are not isolated. Individuals are not left alone under pressure. Communication pathways are defined, roles are understood, expectations are clear, and an MRM exists so that ordinary households can remain composed and functional when friction increases. Its purpose and its sole purpose is serious and simple: to ensure that no member family faces crisis unsupported and no member individual face stress unanchored. Uh, the MRM operates on mutual steadiness, not escalation, on preparation and not panic. Our responsibility, uh, on responsibility and not rhetoric. Its network is rooted in proximity, trust, and defined behavioral standards. An MRM does not exist to fight something. It exists to preserve stability within its circle. Um, Now, the Bobby Bama Brigade and how it's structured. Um, the Bobby Bama Brigade is based on layered architecture. Um, the brigade is the stewardship level. It's what brings us all together. The next level is lot. It's the logistics, operation, and tactics level, which will be the structural thinking framework of the brigade. Deliberate readiness. This is what we're referring to as a personal conduct standard. In other words, you don't just talk about being ready, you don't talk about being prepared, you actually live the lifestyle. You do, as Grit and Grace is teaching everyone how to can food and preserve and do the things that are necessary so that, when things go bad, we have something to eat. Um, CRN, that's a civic stability framework. I forgot to write in here what that stands for, but it's basically, it will be when things happen in a community. We're going to provide the training for this. When things go bad, and most of you probably know what CERT is, the civilian emergency readiness team that go around after natural disasters and different things like that. Well, this will be a add-on. Uh, we'd like to think of it as before we add it on before the CERT training, simply because it's going to teach us, or hopefully it will teach us, everybody how to structurally think about forming groups, how to manage groups, how to deal with the problems that arise in groups, the logistics of those groups. Where are the hard hats? Where are the this? Where are the that? Who's responsible for those sort of things? And as we go along, there will be a series of, I think it's set up right now as like a 6 week, once a week course where we will discuss all of these things and try to educate each other and come together and with some kind of an understanding. This also is designed to, in your own groups, your own readiness groups, whatever you're calling yourself, a mag or whatever, that you can formulate this and have like a readiness team. So those are some of the things that we're talking about there. Um, and then the MRM will simply be the company operating unit. Um, we'll all come together under uh, the MRM concept where we're here for each other. If you need something from one another, you can share with each other. Um, I can't tell you what the small group that's already formed around the backstage uh, of the Bobby Bama Brigade has become, how tight we are, how easily you can just ask a question and get an answer. It's just become a remarkable thing, and I hope that we can bring that and share it to the larger group. Um, see if I lose my place here. So an MRM exists so that ordinary households can remain composed and functional when friction increases. Its purpose is simple and serious: to ensure that no member family faces crisis unsupported, and no member, well, I've already said this, individually unanchored. Each layer will have defined roles. Each role has boundary, and we're going to hopefully uh, avoid drifting into things that we don't want to become. Um, what activation means? Activation does not mean mobilization. It means formal organization. It means clear identity, clear expectations, clear behavioral standards, clear onboarding, and clear rules and regulations or governance. It means that the community is no longer informal, it becomes structured. Now, having said all that, we're not talking about, you know, military precision and all of that. But what we are talking about is a commitment to each other, that once we join the group, once we become part of the brigade, that we will do our best. There is no minimum standard. There is no, you've got to be here for this, you've got to be on every live, you got to be involved in this, that, and the other. That's not the case. We're just providing a structure so that if you do have that kind of desire, if you do have that kind of time and that effort, that you will have a place to come. And we're going to be providing, hopefully, all of that and more. Um, I think I've mentioned in the past that we are hoping that we will have guest presenters. We don't want this to just be me or just one or two people. We want this organization to be where you can come and you can see the various people, the Jay from Prepared Citizens, Bad Dream, Missouri Minute Survival, if he's so inclined to do that. Just anyone and everyone that is willing to be a part and bring something to the discussion and our education and training to get where we want to be. Going on, the activation does not mean mobilization. It does not mean formal organization, or it means formal organization. It means clarity, identity, clear expectations, clear behavioral standards, clear onboarding, and clear rules and governance. While there's one other thing that I want to touch on is that um, we're going to have membership levels. Anybody that's in here that comes to the Bobby Bama Brigade um, on the Discord, let me back up just a second. We're going to use YouTube as an invitation platform, a platform where the Bobby Bama Brigade will be talked about. You will be invited to join. You'll be invited to come and be a part, and all of that's going to be housed on a private Discord server. You'll have to be invited, which is a very simple task of clicking on the link and coming into that. And everyone will be a member. We will not have people that just pop in, trolls, this, that, and the other, hopefully. And if we do, Grit and Grace will have a big hammer to knock them out if she's willing to take that role. Um, the membership is there because we want to be able to express open and honest opinions, uh, not being ugly, not hateful, not argumentative, not, you know, trying to be something that you're not or we're not. And it's not a place to come and scream the sky's falling. We all know what's going on. We see what's going on. We know what the potential are for things to turn off very bad, and we want to have open and honest discussions about that so that we can all learn from everybody's input. Um, and so, having said that, we're going to have membership levels. Now, um, because the Bobby Bama Brigade operates as a mutual readiness network, a structured formation built on responsibility, discipline, and mutual support, the core of the network is open. However, no one is excluded from orientation, announcements, and meaningful participation because of their finances. There will be a free layer, and there will remain a free layer, which will be real and have access. Um, the paid membership levels exist for one reason: to sustain strength of the network. This is not content subscription. It's not a paywall. It's not premium access. Um, it's an infrastructure support system. Uh, Maintaining a discipline readiness network requires platform tools. And brother, I have learned more about those than I ever thought I would need to or want to. Live event capabilities, moderation and oversight, documentation and structured materials. Um, we are planning to provide links in with training material and handouts and possibly even PowerPoints. The sky's just kind of the limit, and we're still putting all that together. To be honest with you, media production and technical upgrades. Learned about that. Um, Again, more than I ever thought I would or would need to or would want to, and to ensure our long term operability and stability. The system does not maintain itself. It takes somebody to oversee it, guide it, and take care of it when there's a problem. Um, the membership support also allows the network or the network to remain stable, structured, and independent without advertising, without influence or external control. Let me say this about that: we're not selling preparedness. We're not. We're building a structure. Um, we're not going to, say, here, give us this amount of money, and we're going to, give you a course on that. This will be a membership benefit. Should you elect to whichever level you elect to be involved with. Um, there's going to be four levels. The formation member level ensures that no one is unable to be a part of the Bobby Bammer Brigade because of cost. That will be a free level. It will maintain a free level while it will be um, lesser access, but it still allows you to be a part. Supporting members. Uh, they're the group that will help sustain the structure. Operational members, they will help deepen and sharpen the structure. Uh, we'll talk about the roles of those here in just a minute. Hope everybody can tolerate me just a little longer. Hey, Sassy, Demo, good to see you again. Levi, man, I can't tell you all how much I appreciate you being here. Uh, anyway, the final level is the founding supported member level. That is a service base and it's recognition based for their early contributions to the Bobby Bamber Brigade. Uh, there is no cost for that. It's a small group of people. Uh, a lot of the people that are in the chat right now are already at that level because they were there from the very, very beginning, and they provided moral support, recommendations. They've also, by their participation in the background, we have seen what this can become. Uh, if we do it the right way, if everybody understands what the idea behind it, what the motivation behind it is, what we're trying to accomplish, um, you would be amazed if you're not in there. You would be amazed at the tight knit group that is formed. And to be honest with you, it's anywhere from Alaska to California to Missouri, Ohio. I mean, you just demo man Don down in Florida. I mean, it's just become something very special and unique. And I think that if we can maintain it, it will be everything that we want it to be. Um, Going on, uh, simply because members choose to have a paid membership level does not confer authority. It does not override their expectation of how they conduct themselves within the brigade. It does not buy and will not provide influence. Paid membership simply sustains the infrastructure that allow discipline readiness to exist. Um, so, as a kind of a breakdown of the levels and what you can expect of these levels, we're going to post a link um, after the live of everything that we've just talked about, and you'll be able to download it, print it out, read it, digest it, formulate any questions that you might have. I am completely 100% open to your questions, your recommendations, your suggestions, and or if you tell me I'm just a crazy old man, that'll be fine too. I've heard that many times before. Anyway, okay, so the Bobby Bama Brigade membership levels and the cost. Formation members, this will be the public access. It's always free, absolutely no cost. You will have to submit to an onboarding like every other level. It'll just consist of a few questions. Make sure you're not a bot. Make sure you're aligned with the ideas behind the brigade, and are on board with committing to helping the brigade become all. I don't want to use the Army, be all you can be, but I mean that's pretty much about it. We want to explore and be all we can be. Um, okay, the formation member, which is always free. The purpose ensures that no one is unable to participate in the Bobby Bama Brigade due to the cost. Formation members will have the access of uh, Discord member only sections, which will include the start here. That's a brief tutorial that everyone will have access to. That will, if you're not familiar with Discord, like I wasn't, it's a little different. It takes just a little bit of getting used to, but once you do, it's really very easy to move around in. Plus, it being a private members only Discord, it will allow us some freedom from just anybody and everybody being listening into our conversations and what we discuss and the jokes and uh, the videos that we share. It'll be unique. Um, then you'll also have a section where you'll be provided with the rules, the terms of service for Discord, the Bobby Bama Brigade, rules of conduct that we expect everyone. Nothing too terrible. Just you got to be a decent human being and don't act like a dick, for lack of a better term. Be respectful, those sort of things. You'll also be receiving any and all announcements that the Bobby Bama Brigade produces, such as training and that sort of thing. You'll also be authorized to access in a limited amount the general chat. Also, there will be select readiness discussions that you'll have availability to. Pilgrim, good to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Tactical Muffin Top, brother, always a pleasure. Um, okay, the supporting member, which is the next member. This is the first membership level that has a cost. We're trying to keep it very reasonable. It's a simple $5 a month, or you can choose an annual option of $50 a year, and it's designated as infrastructure support. Their access at that level is the full formation channels, full readiness discussion, live briefings, participation in question and answers. The question and answer sections will probably, or sessions will probably come in the lives. The operational member level. This is the cost of $15 or $150 a year annual if you choose to do that. It's designated as a commitment level. The access includes strategy discussions, planning channels, structured benefits, leadership pipeline access, small group sessions when they're available. Um, this is a level at which your input will have um, value. Uh, Everybody that's at this level and above will be able to um, uh, put their 2 cents worth in and be considered. Not that it'll guarantee that that'll happen, but it will certainly receive all the due respect and credit that it deserves. All right, the founding support. Just so that you'll know, this is a very special group of people. These are the folks that, as I mentioned before, um, have been here in the background, helping the test, helping formulate these thoughts, these processes, the things that are going forward, and really basically how we want this organization, this membership, to operate going forward. Um, Again, I don't want to build it up to a point that nobody believes me, but believe me, it's a very unique situation. Anyway, there's no cost there. It's simply a recognition, and they will serve as the founding service board. They will be the people that will have the leadership ear more directly with more impact. Although, you know, it won't guarantee them any more influence and will not, other than what their level dictates. Thank you, Sassy. I will definitely take you up on that. Um, okay. So if you believe in standing for one another and strengthening families and communities through responsible preparedness, this is where you belong. I do believe that, and I hope that we can prove that to each and every one of you, regardless of what level you choose to participate in. What you can expect in the coming days and weeks. Again, Mr. Murphy reached out and took a big old chunk of my butt this last couple of weeks uh, with my job and unexpected things that came up from that, and a bit of a distraction from trying to get all this together. Not to mention that I'm just a touch afraid to make some changes in the Discord because I'm not technically savvy. Thanks to Justin B. He's my go-to guy in the Discord, so he's there to back me up, and I'm sure there are many of you that can offer up suggestions and technical assistance if I run into a problem, which I can assure you will happen. Anyway, so what's going to come up in the next few days and weeks? We will have the structured onboarding for the Discord member server up and running, hopefully very soon. Uh, Again, once you decide that you want to do this, we will post a link, or once it's up, we will post a link on Facebook inviting people to come and be a part, and then go through the onboarding process, and you pick your membership level, and we go from there. Um, then after that, we're going to have some more clearly defined roles for everybody. Those that want to participate more, want to be more involved, want to take on some opportunities to provide training or their expertise. It'll be wide open for that. We're trying to design a structure by which, if you have something that you think is valuable to share, such as Grit and Grace, um, and I don't mean to pick on Grit and Grace, but she has one of the most impressive learning channels that I've seen. Um, and there's a lot of other people that are here in the chat, Tactical Muffin Top, all the other folks that have channels that are genuinely geared towards what we're all trying to become. I think one of the things that we're trying to do here is that we want to kind of bring, we don't want to take anything away from anybody that's already there and already doing an outstanding job, but we kind of want to be an umbrella. We want to catch all the rain that everybody's individual channels might either miss, or it might not appeal to every viewer that you have, or every person that watches. So we just want to be an active and part and contribute to this community. Um, we'll also be posting some very transparent brigade doctrine, how we feel about the lot system, more on MRM, the CRN, the training for that kind of where it helps you build and structure your own, whether you call them a mag, whether you want to call them an MRM, whatever you call your group, your tribe, whatever. We're hoping that we can put that together to where everybody, not everybody's a natural organizer. I can't even say the word, so I'm not one. So it is something that we hope will be able to serve a purpose there. And then the tier alignment and the responsibility clarification we will be adding to as things progress. Um, you know, where you can volunteer. Ongoing training rooted in composure and discipline, preparedness and readiness. I have to warn you though, if you're here for chaos, outrage, posturing, this is not going to be your place. We are going to hold everybody to a fairly high standard. We're not going to kick you out just because you disagree. We're not going to throttle you or slow mode you because you have a difference of opinion, or you feel that more passionate about something than the other people in the group. We want to hear these things. We want to talk about them. We want to become educated to the other points of view. But I will warn you, don't be a dick. I don't know how else to say it. I don't want to be ugly, but we expect the mutual respect that you'll be given from the members of the brigade that already exist. We are not a place for Chicken Little. If you see a headline and you see something that you believe the group needs to know about, do like we do, or I do. I can't speak for everybody, but I try to do a little due diligence. I belong to some signal groups that we post things in there about things that we see, and we qualify it almost every time. Either we can verify this or it hasn't been verified. This is just something that came out. We want everybody to know about it, but try to do a little research prior to coming in and say that the sky is falling. It is. We know it is. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows where this is going. Everybody um, feels it, sees it, touches it, experiences it every day. We know that. And we all are like minded in that regard, or at least I think we all are, at least the group uh, uh, that I'm associated with, and the Signal, the Discords, the different things that brought me to this decision. So all I would ask, and all that the members and your fellow members will expect, is just to be respectful. You can have strong opinions, um, thoughts, beliefs, whatever, but all we ask you to do is be respectful, and the moderators will put you in timeout. The moderators will, send you packing if that's the way. We just don't. None of us have time, nor the desire, nor enough blood pressure medicine to have a unprofessional um, argument and unrealistic, views. So, having said all of that, um, if you're here for steady discipline, readiness, and preparedness, you are welcome. You have found yourself a home. The Bobby Bama Brigade is now active, and we're going to move forward deliberately. Please again give me just a little leadway in getting everything organized, working the way that we're hoping that it works. Um, it's not intentional if we're slow, uh, and believe me, if something uh, we formulate an idea, we put it into motion, we put it into action, and it doesn't work, we will be the first ones to acknowledge that, and we will change it, and will adjust. We will adjust fire accordingly. So, having said all of that, I want to thank everyone for being here. Um, I can't tell you how excited I am. My wife asked one thing of me when I told her that I was going to do this. She said, "Please don't over obsess. Please don't over think it." Well, not going to happen. It's already happened. So anyway, I'm wide open for your comments. I'm watching the chat. Please feel free to jump in there. I don't have all the answers right now, but I hope that we will have them and very soon. And if we don't have them, we can certainly find them. And who knows? Something that you bring up, something you ask, something that you say may trigger another thought to add to what we have planned. So, having said that, I'm going to shut up for just a minute. I'm going to watch the chat, see if there's any questions, and I want to thank everyone again from the bottom of my heart. Okay, let's see. And I'm on my laptop, so I'm gonna have to get a little closer. Um, G.I. Fieldcraft asked, Bobby, is there some other things I don't know or new ways of doing things to add to my knowledge? That's what we're hoping that this channel's for, or this Discord server is for, so that we can introduce you to things that you may or may not have thought of, been exposed to. That's one thing that drew my attention to the preparedness. And I'm a former law enforcement officer. My current civilian job is kind of in line with that in a non-law enforcement way, but it's a similar type of field. And I just don't. I've been into preparedness since about 2000. Before we all thought the world was going to come to an end in 2000. And as my dad was a former career military officer, and growing up in that environment, I guess I've always been exposed to, prepared thinking and readiness. Um, but if I haven't been exposed to it, there's oftentimes I don't think about things. So I have learned so much from, as I said, Grit and Grace, Tactical Muffin Top, Jay at Prepared Citizens, just so many people, Modern Minuteman, Modern Frontiersman. I mean, I've actually trained with Modern Frontiersman, and all those people that I mentioned to you. If you're not following them, please take a minute and go visit their channel. Give them an opportunity to teach you the things that you might be interested in. So yeah, we're hoping, J.I. Field, that this is exactly what we're going to be able to do. Absolutely, G.I. Fieldcraft. We would more than welcome you to be a member. Like I said, we'll have the membership up hopefully within a day or two. I'll come back to you in a pre-recorded message with the link, and you'll be able to log in there. Don't hold me to this. It may take longer than a day or two because, like most of the rest of us, we all have real jobs, families, and other obligations. So sometimes it gets in the way. But you know, we're gonna be working very diligently. A couple of people that I want to mention that I haven't seen in here, and they may very well be in here, is um, Tin Man Metal. If you're not listening to Tin Man, you need to listen. He's a great guy. Number one. Number two, uh, his content is kind of unique and very spot on. Um, Not to mention, you talk about a technical guru. He is he's remarkable. Um, just so many to thank and to point out. But um, yeah, Fieldcraft says he's from Indiana. I think you're one of the first from Indiana to participate. Uh, Pilgrim, glad to have you. Be careful driving, Pilgrim. Um, let's see, Sassy, no trolls. That's right. We're gonna try to keep that up. Um, let's see, Demo Man Don, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Um, you'll all come to love and understand Demo Man Don. He's the first person that ever coined the phrase outside of Hank Hill. Damn it, Bobby. Well, my dad did, but that's a different story. Um, let's see. And this is another thing. This is my first live, so I'm kind of floundering looking back. Uh, he already said it. Demo Man said, "Damn it, Bobby, spit it out." Yeah, I'm trying. Uh, Gen X man, great to see you. Hope you'll uh, be a part. It's just really an honor, guys. I can't express to you any more genuinely than that. And anybody got any more questions or comments or suggestions, or what do you think? I mean, do you think we're on the right path? I know what I think, and I know what some of the others around me, but I genuinely would appreciate an opinion or your take on it. And have what I said made sense today. I guess I wanted to be clear in what I meant and how I wanted to come across. We're not. I just I don't know. I talk too much and I like to listen some. Thank you, G.I. Fieldcraft. I appreciate that. How old are you, G.I. Fieldcraft? You can't be much older than I am, and if I'm not old, if I'm not too old, you're definitely not too old. As long as you're not dead, you're not too old to be here. Um, I saw a phrase, or I saw a phrase, and I kind of took it and made it my own in a way. And if I can remember exactly what it is, it's something like, "I'm too old to take the hill, but I can damn sure hold the line." So, if you can hold the line and you're not dead, you're welcome here, and you're not too old. I can assure you. 1981, man. I had been out of high school a few years by then, so you're good. Not many. I graduated in '78, so I'm soon to be 66, and you know it is what it is. Um, and hopefully this will keep me young going into my 90s or I get Alzheimer's first or something. I don't know. 39 and holding. Yep, absolutely, brother. I did that until, you've been there 20 times or something. Nobody believes it. And then when you have kids that turn 39, you can't tell people you're 39. So, you know, I had to adjust my fire there too. All right. Anybody else? Anybody as excited as I am? I'm trying not to be like a little kid in a candy shop, but I can't tell you the relief of getting this out there, formulating it, hopefully being clear and understandable about what it is we're wanting to do. Um, or you'll fit right in, Gi. Uh, some of the people that are in here are all former military, anywhere from the Coast Guard to the Navy to the Army. Um, and then you'll have people like me that are just Army brats. So, you know, we're all kind of a birds of a feather. Well, I was trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to bring up. Oh. We will in time also. As some of you know, I already have some patches and stickers and those sort of things, and we will have hopefully some merchandise a little later on once the channel grows and people want to proudly display their membership and that sort of thing. We won't be doing anything crazy like um, we'll keep it simple and we'll keep it affordable. That's another thing I want everybody to understand. Everything that we're doing is trying to design this, whereas anybody that's willing and able to participate will, and we don't want anything to keep someone from not being able to participate because of cost, but because of ongoing cost and upgrades and things that we're already foreseeing, and which will only help the channel as far as the quality. Um, we have to do something. I wish I made enough money that I didn't have to do that, but um, we don't. So the other thing I would like to pass along or try to instill in everybody is we're going to have a good time. We're going to have fun. We're going to uh, laugh, cry, joke, bad taste, share stories and uh, memes and all that sort of thing. So if you're thin skinned, it won't be anything gross. I mean, we're not going to be like, but a little off color here and there. We're all adults, but do remember that we have ladies and some very fine ladies in this group already. And I will not, nor will any of the other gentlemen in this group, boy, that's a loose term, gentlemen, uh, uh, put up with anybody, being disrespectful or crude, lewd, and socially unacceptable to the ladies, especially, but anybody in this group. So come with the right mindset. Come looking to have fun. Come looking to uh, be a part of something that we hope becomes very big and everybody wants to be a part of. And we have to start like handing out you're next in line to be a member kind of thing. But we hope for it to be fun. We don't want to take ourselves too serious, but we don't want to let it uh, devolve into just a good old boy network where we're sitting around, shooting the crap and slapping the bull on the butt and stuff like that. Um, you will you will come to find out that some of us have little sayings that we throw up periodically just to add a little levity to a situation or cause. So get your stuff think about things like that, and we're looking forward to it. All right, guys. Anything else? Demo man, I knew you were a multitasker from way back, brother. I didn't have any doubt. Now, if you want to see some cool stuff, go to Demo Man Don's um, YouTube page. Demo Man is not just a moniker he picked up. He lived that lifestyle. So you'll have to go check it out. It's pretty cool. And I don't know whether he wore a helmet or not. Did you wear a helmet, Demo? If not, it could explain some things. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, me. All right, guys. Anything else? Any suggestions, comments, recommendations? Shut the hell up and get off this live. All right. So, like I said, just one last time, within the next few days, no later than a week, I hope, or I will absolutely lose my mind. We will be coming to you with the link and the opportunity to join us on the Discord server. And everything we're hoping should be self-explanatory. And if not, you feel free to reach out to me. If anybody doesn't have it, I'm going to put my direct email in the comments here, and it'll also be in the description. If I spell it right, it'd be better. And it should be pretty easy to remember. But if not, you can refer back to the YouTube page. Some of you probably noticed that the YouTube page changed names from Bobby Bama to Bobby Bama Brigade today, and from here on out, that will be the spot to find us on YouTube anyway. And likewise, when you're a member on Discord, you'll be able to access both. One other thing, because YouTube does have a tendency to do things that none of us understand, and for the reasons that some of us don't understand, there's also a backup YouTube channel. It will be called it'll be Bobby Bama Actual, and it'll just be used simply for that. If something were to happen to, which we're not going to do anything, and we're not going to tolerate anything that gets us kicked off. Not that we won't get close to the line, maybe, but and that's another reason why we're using Discord. While their terms of service are pretty closely resembling that of YouTube. A little more leadway with private servers, as I understand it, but we still need to be respectful of the rules so we don't get kicked off there. But everybody, regardless of who you are, you need to have a backup channel just in case something were to happen to your channel. What I was going to say is, though, if something does happen to the channel, reach out to me on my email, and I'll let you know how we're adjusting fire accordingly. The other thing is that part of the sign up for the Discord, we will be asking for a email address, part of the verification process, one, and number two, so that we will be able to reach out in case something were to happen there, or something that needs to be announced outside of Discord or YouTube, passing on some personal stuff or whatever. I mean, there's all kind of things that we wouldn't necessarily want to go live to or online to talk about. So anyway, having said all of that, again, I'm going to be quiet. Please feel free to reach out to me um, we will we'll be moving upwards and onwards from here. Appreciate everybody's support. Appreciate everyone that's spoken up and said that they want to become a member or be part of the brigade. Can't tell you what that means. But anyway, hope everyone has a good rest of their evening. Have a good week coming up this week. Everybody, please stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel. Watch out. We're already seeing some things that have happened um, that are being investigated as terrorist events. Um, Stay aware. It's stay out of crowds if you can possibly help it. Um, just just head on a swivel. That's all I can say. So anyway, thanks again for being here. Thanks again for participating. Thanks again for your kind comments and your support, which I said before means the world. And I look forward to talking to you soon, bringing everything to you. Those of you that hadn't subscribed to the Bobby Bama Brigade, make sure you subscribe and like so that you can keep up with uh, the events that are about to kick off with the brigade over on Discord. So, unless somebody's got something, I think I'm going to be quiet now and go have me a cocktail. So, hope you have a good evening. Enjoy yourselves and stay safe, everyone. See you later.